Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So I saw this article a couple of days ago, actually, I think it was on the 14th. Yeah, 14th. And it's called Rate My Portfolio. It's where you send an email to this woman called Victoria Scholar, and you sort of say, rate my portfolio, and she'll sort of analyze it for free kind of thing. And this is from Telegraph Money. And they put, we are teachers with no pensions, but £900,000 in Bitcoin. Okay, so that's more than dollars. That's like over $1 million if you're from the US. So decent amount of money. And they asked her to rate a pension. Anyway, I can't actually see the article now, but I managed to see it on the phone for some reason. And what she says, she starts mentioning things like Vanguard. Okay, so Vanguard is like, the usual sort of fund managers, okay, where you'll pay fees and stuff like that, okay, and they'll offer things like shares and bonds and things like that, but they'll charge you a set fee for managing it and that kind of thing. So she mentions that, and the other thing she mentions are bonds, and because they're from the UK, what you can do is you can like buy bonds, government bonds, and you'll get a certain amount of interest where you borrow money. Sorry, you lend your money to the government and you get paid an interest rate, fixed interest rate. Okay, and at the moment it's 3.73%. Okay, if you take it out, or on the 15th of December 2023, it's 3.73%. Okay, and that's the bond rate. And you can see actually this seems to be falling at the moment. And that makes sense if inflation is falling. But 3.73%, okay, and if you can compare that with Bitcoin, but if you look at the inflation rate, okay, core inflation at the moment is 5.6%. So in my opinion, this woman here, this Victoria Scholar, oh, can I just add that I am not a financial advisor, okay, but I'm just sort of looking at things as I see it. Okay, so I can't, and I don't think she is actually, if you look at the end of the article. But yeah, so she's sort of saying, yeah, you can get UK bonds for 3.73%, but that's lower than inflation. So she's saying, think about getting government bonds, but you're going to get worse than inflation. Your money's going to be worth less. Uh, so to me, that didn't make any sense. Um, she doesn't mention anything about crypto other than it's volatile. She doesn't mention any other cryptos like Solana or ADA or Matic or anything like that. She just says, no, you got way too much in there. It's volatile. You should get it out basically and stick your money with Vanguard and buy some UK bonds. Okay, so traditional kind of thinking, TradFi, is kind of thinking about getting bonds. All right. So in the past, TradFi sort of said, you need to get a 60-40 portfolio where you get 60% in shares and 40% in bonds. But that just seems crazy to me. Getting 40% in bonds where you're going to get like 3% interest when inflation's like more than that, 5% and 10% and things like that. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I think what they've got is pretty good. That'll be my assessment of this is that what they're doing there, it seems like a pretty good deal, a pretty good idea, pretty solid. You're not investing crazy stuff. It's Bitcoin at the end of the day, 21 million, the hardest asset, and there's only going to be less Bitcoin as people lose them and things like that. So having £900,000 in Bitcoin when there's going to be ETFs around the corner. She never mentions the ETFs that are coming up in likely January. She never mentions the Bitcoin halving. It's just all traditional finance. And this is what I think traditional um, newspapers and traditional media are all about, trying to keep the general person in the street doing steady jobs, poor basically. Um, Bitcoin is likely to go up. Okay, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but with the ETFs and the halving coming up, Bitcoin is likely to do great things in the next year. And this woman here is saying, no, you want to diversify, you want to pull your money out and stick it into bonds and get 3.73% per year. You know, this is what the media is trying to do, just trying to keep everybody poor, okay? While BlackRock go off and buy some Bitcoin and stuff. I don't know. It just seemed crazy to me. And the other things that I can't stand at the moment, just coming away from that, I look at things like where I've had my crypto in the past and still got it, okay, is Binance. But people can't, if you're in the UK now, you can't sign up to Binance, okay? They've stopped you signing up. And all you can do is kind of go with things like Coinbase, it seems. You know, these are the companies that you can go with. Coinbase and Uphold, okay? Uphold. Now, if you look at Uphold, right? So this is like a UK crypto exchange, I think. Altcoin fees. Look at this. Altcoin fees, 1.9%. You know, I can trade on Binance and it costs 0% on spot trades. Here, if I want to trade some altcoins, if I want to trade Solana, an altcoin, they're going to charge me 1.9%. Coinbase fees have been traditionally high. It says here 0 to 0.5%, but you're only going to get these low rates if you've like traded $1 million beforehand or something like that. You know, you're going to have traded a lot to bring your trading your fees down. Okay, so you're going to get charged a load in the first $1 million that you trade. Okay, so they're going to charge you like 0.5% for spot trading. So I just think these are massively high. So the UK are happy for you to trade on Coinbase and crypto if you're into crypto, and you get charged an absolute fortune all the time. They're just trying to make the ordinary Joe poorer, okay, by charging you higher fees. They don't want you to. They don't want you to be on the best exchanges, and which is Binance, and have the best fees. So yeah, so that is my kind of rant about government and traditional media and tradfi and people just trying to knock us all down. That's the way I feel about things. I'm just hoping that this bull run can help us all out, help the little guy out. But let's hope the enough little guys are in it, and you know, all the big boys just don't take all the money basically.